All right, we're back. Barry, the fit is looking good, man. Hope everybody's doing well. Vincent Rains is being able to watch on YouTube. Is very helpful since you pay for premium and you get no ads. I don't know how I don't know if there's like a revenue share for that on YouTube. I don't run ads on YouTube currently in my live stream because this is such a new thing. But I do know on Twitch, if you're subbed to the channel, you won't see the ads. But regardless, we are live on YouTube, and it is an ad-free experience. So is TikTok.
And now we see Wishcon Stephen King.
Yes.
Mr. Alan Wake in his natural habitat. Has he gotten around to getting a decent word processor yet?
Barry stole his fit from Adam Sandler. You know, let me see how that works. Well, I don't want to necessarily do that. I don't want to scare the new people off. Though if people have YouTube Premium over there, then I suppose they could. The skeleton of a Columbian mammoth, this specimen estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Columbian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Now, what exactly are you doing up here, Gabby? What brings you up here tonight? What's going on? What's going on, little baby? Is it because I gave you wet food and now you want the crunchies? I have to close you in the room with Dad. If you want the crunchies, that's fine. But you're gonna be in the room with Dad.
Give me a treat!
Which I think is exactly what she wants. She's like, get me away from these children! Is that what you want? I just want to rub my face on everything. That's what she does. Are you a face rubber? Are you a face rubber? I think that came in a loot crate. We have 2 of them in the house. In fact, it did. It says loot crate right on the side. I'm gonna rub it over here now. This shit belongs to me. This is how you do it, Maggie. This is how you establish dominance. Yeah, where are you going? I gotta get through Alan Wake. You're not helping that any. It's okay. I mean, if you want to lay down right here, you can also, that's an option. Wherever you want to be. It's wherever you want to be. If you want to be right in front, you can be. She's like, bitch, I don't know. That's exactly where she wants to be. Okay. You know what? Welcome to the stream. Make yourself cozy. Bitch, I don't know. I don't have a neck. Give me that brisket. She used to get up and do this kind of shit all the time. So to see her do it again, being all 17 years old, arthritic, is kind of crazy.
Space!
Kind of crazy to see. I think the kittens have brought something, some extra life to her. Haven't they? Yeah. They get in your face sometimes and you don't like it, but you hang out with them. You hang out with them all the time. I mean... Well, I love you. All right, I'm gonna get back to this game. Okay. Talk to Rusty. Oh, he's out back. She's trying to find like a way to get comfortable here. If I push this back, you got plenty of space. There you go. You sent me a very important picture. Oh my God. Hang on. Okay. Barry. Adam Sandler. You weren't lying. That's like... That's like exactly it. What did the shark say when he ate the clownfish? This tastes a little funny.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Katie, that's good news. I'm super glad to. I like to see that the TikToks or the Twitch YouTube stuff is working out so far, especially for like, people who are already in. You know, I think it's a good crossover for people who are already used to watching the stream. I don't know if the discoverability is better, but
you rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake.
No.
I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here.
Oh.
Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Bucktooth Charlie?
Crazy poachers. Max here got his foot caught in a trap. They're illegal to use here. Hell, you're not supposed to hunt within the park at all. But that doesn't stop some lowlifes. Well, at least Max is gonna be okay.
Daniel, thank
You
for
got
the
lucky.
heart me over on TikTok as well.
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him, and I'd rather not leave him alone just yet. The form's on the desk across from the mammoth skeleton.
Okay, I mean, I figured.
Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call.
Shove
Can we
him.
talk about this later?
Push him over.
No, this whole thing, listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
All right, take the form to Rusty. Hey, Zion, I'm doing well. How are you? But yeah, I'm glad Katie said the feeling when you can go from watching Jade on your PC and then watching comfortably in bed on your smart TV.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
I peek it up.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
It better be, or I'm coming back here.
If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Oh, are we going all the way up there? Oh, you're not ready for this, Alan. Get the keys.
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come on!
Dude.
I mean, okay. Okay, maybe something weird happened to you, okay?
Well, thanks for the heartfelt vote of confidence.
All I'm saying is you gotta throw me a bone here, bestseller. What would you think if it was me? There's no way you should be going out at midnight with a gun.
No one asked you to come here, Barry. Either work with me on this or go straight back to New York. Your choice.
Sounds like you're gonna work with me. It seems like I also need to move, because, like, Alan keeps getting covered up. So maybe... I almost need to go in the corner here. Don't sass me, Barry. Put my face on his face.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry! They'll kill her! This is not a goddamn
That
debate,
was
Barry.
so undramatic.
I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Achoo! Achoo! Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again. Achoo!
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what.
Maybe.
This is so not worth a 15% commission.
Your Gore-Tex coat ought to save you. Head for Lover's Peak on foot in this stupid business jacket with the elbow pads. Are you getting out of here, Gabby? She's moving. Gabby, on my next break, I will put you in the room and you can have crunchies to your heart's delight. And you can sleep in the closet, which I know you love to do.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort.
Okay.
I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Right. You, like, we romanticize the idea of the wilderness and all that stuff, and then once you get out in it, you're like, oh shit, this is terrible. I want a pizza. Whoop.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
The POV does feel, well, does it feel weird? I don't know. It switched to the other side. I either pushed a button to make it swap to the other side, or it was like left-hand mode at the start. I don't know.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done.
Hey,
but I
gamer.
was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it.
I'm doing
These
well.
people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
There might be. I prefer it on this side. I'd actually prefer him to just kind of be in the middle. Maybe a little off to the side, but like, let's see if there is one.
Void UA.
Hey, Chuck, thanks for the 78 months. Oh, it's Tab. It is Tab, okay. Yeah, I think I prefer it on this side. Something about this side was like fucking with me. Last time you went camping, you had a bear steal your food and a mountain lion kill a small animal in front of you on a trail. I would be done with camping. I would be done with camping. I think the last time I went camping was in Canada in like 2002. And we ended up ordering pizza and just drinking copious amounts of alcohol in the woods.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just
Have a good
parked
one,
his
Squid.
rear end in the studio. Doc,
Thanks for hanging
what's your
out.
Deerfest
More
plan
of this
like?
tomorrow,
My plan?
if
You make it sound a lot more organized
interested.
than I ever seem to manage. Oh. No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know. Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older
Baked
gentlemen,
pancakes,
huh?
that's what's gonna make
Yes,
bacon
exactly.
pancakes.
I'm checking out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
Oh my
But
gosh.
you're not taking part in the fishing
Faruda, thanks for the
contest?
23 months of
No,
subbing.
not this year. See, Pat,
Over on
I'm
Twitch,
just
welcome
not that
back.
competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the piece of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Boy, that was a long, long thing. Right? So I figured because I love this game and I also hadn't played the remaster and I haven't played American Nightmare, that we would just kind of binge Alan Wake this week and I would not take today off so we could get through them. Because the new one comes out Friday. I don't remember why I didn't play American Nightmare. I think I had read reviews and everybody at the time was just like, it's not the Alan Wake we wanted. So I just didn't play it. I mostly had added it to a list of stuff to play like on stream. I think I'd actually maybe started the stream or I was about ready to start. So I was like, oh, I'll play this on stream. And yeah, that's how the backlog was born.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh?
Yeah, that's quite a sentence.
Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red.
We are in this fancy hotel/resort. So fancy that there is no ice machine for me to refill ice myself, but instead have to have a slave get us ice.
I mean, that seems like you're really having a hard, miserable time. Man, you guys got to get out of there and go home. What's up, Voltron? How you doing?
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark, believe me.
You bastard.
What?
Oh.
You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
Space! Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
Yeah, Katie, I want to say it was glamping, but like we all went out there and we had tents. I mean, it was a campground. By nature, I feel like Canada makes it glamping already, but it was a bunch of us in our late teens, early 20s with a bunch of booze and a couple of tents. And the first night we had taken food out and something like a raccoon or some shit got into the food. So we ended up ordering pizza the second night and it took a long time for it to get there. And then at one point, somebody's dad, they had like a frisbee golf course on this campground and somebody's dad showed up to play frisbee golf with us. He was just like, it was like we uttered the phrase frisbee golf and he just appeared and he was like, did somebody say frisbee golf? And we went frisbee golfing, very drunk. It wasn't like a super glamorous, but it was not entirely camping either. Like we lit a fire. It was mostly just an excuse to be in the woods drunk, I think. Drunk and otherwise unsober. Fun time though. I decent memories from that trip.
Alan Wakey Wakey, Eggs and bacon.
Thanks, Insane Shadow, for the 53 ones. What I remember the most is a friend of mine telling this story about being... Like, she had a friend who was with her, like, her boyfriend or something. And they were, like, fooling around. And then the girl was like, get off me. And the boyfriend sat up and started flexing. And she's like, what the fuck? What are you fucking doing? And he was like, I thought you told me to get awesome. And that was like a phrase that we said for years after that, was just get awesome. I don't, these are the things I remember from that. No, this was just like a story she told while we were camping. Just get awesome. Thought you told me to get awesome. Just yell get awesome as a means to initiate sex. I know that was the last time I went camping, and that was in the year 2002. That camping trip is old enough to drink now. I was in here, wasn't I? Yeah. Don't I need to be going up? Camping hasn't improved much in the last 20 years. That's just like... Well, prior to that, geez. I think I'd gone with my... Like, my uncle had taken some of us, like my grandma and her sisters, and then like some of me and my cousins. We all went to, we drove for hours to the Niobrara River to go on a float trip, and we camped. Okay, I was going the right way. And what I remember from that is that a huge tornado came in the middle of the night, and we actually had to like fuck off, and we had to start driving home in the middle of the night because we had nowhere else to go. That was in 1996, maybe 1995. Yeah, nature was like, go away. Does it feel weird to me that a certain percentage of my audience could be my kids? No. No. Like, if I would have had a kid... let me think about this. Let me math this out here. Calculator. If I would have had a kid at, like, the youngest possible, like, age that's, like, somewhat societally acceptable... In other words, if I would have had a kid when I was like 16, that child would be 25 right now. Which is a lot. That's a lot to absorb.
The air in the visitor center was heavy.
So I could at maximum
as if some rotten drowned
have a child who was 25.
Its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
Mandry, thanks for the 48 months. I hope you've been well. I think prior to that trip with the family, the last time I had been camping was like Girl Scout camp. Whoa. Jesus.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury. Damn.
Rusty, hang on! They're coming! Please, help me!
Yeah, I'm playing through Alan Wake Remastered and American Nightmare in preparation for Alan Wake 2 on Friday.
Help me!
If I somehow get early access to stream it, and I probably won't, but if I do, I will play it early.
Help! Hello? Back here. I'm back here.
Hey, man.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back. Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened. Shh.
Did I...
Boy.
Hang on, did I get another page from the manuscript? No. Get the lights on. Puppy's okay. What's up, Mr. Stimpack? I don't think I can pet the dog, but as long as the dog is safe, that's all that really matters, you know?
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
I haven't played the tie-ins for Control, and I'm not gonna be able to before it comes out, so I'm not too worried about it. I may go through Control again afterwards, but it really depends on, well, a lot of things.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll.
What's up,
and hit
Greaser?
the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
I don't feel like it's a huge spoiler to discuss the tie-ins for Control, since it's like a universe thing. So if people want to do that, that's fine. Wake reaches a safe haven of light.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Well, furthermore, because I've played Control and I've played through this, I don't feel like it's a spoiler because I can kind of connect the dots myself a little bit in my head, so I don't mind. I guess what I'm saying is I don't mind if people discuss it. Did the remastered edition take out the ridiculous product placement? It seems like it did. It like consolidated some of the early storyline stuff, and Alan is way more hostile.
I was too late.
Like
Someone
towards
had
his
destroyed
wife.
the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
I actually feel like I prefer the old game better, but
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
dog, no!
Hunters need hunting licenses.
something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
The dog is gone. No.
Please don't feed the animals.
Please don't feed the animals.
For those visitors who purchase a park
Fishing.
license, obey
Park Ranger's instructions.
at all times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never.
You approach closer than 100 yards.
Two bears and wolves never approach any other
Wildlife
closer than
25 yards.
pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your pet.
Pet unattended.
It is
Against the law.
to remove any
Natural objects.
or historical artifacts from the park.
Grounds.
This includes even
Rocks.
you may
Find along the river.
or even simple berries.
Damn, Rusty. Uh-oh. Here come the boys. Fucking Rusty let the dog die. Can't believe this. On Rex Manning Day. Oh?
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Don't open the door, Barry! Don't be a fool! I thought of you today, Muscle, in the whole Christmas thing, because during dinner, I'll turn on the TV and I never really know what I'm going to put on. But today it just happened to be South Park. In the episode where Korn is on, the Halloween episode, and Cartman is like, oh my God, it's Halloween. That means it's only X number of days before Christmas. And he was like, the whole episode he was just spending trying to get his Christmas list together for his mom. And I was like, oh my God, this Muscle Bush tits. Oh yeah. Rusty's final thoughts.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
For your safety, stay on the designated hiking trail.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Yeah, well, there's an arrow and it's pointing me this way. But also, there's stuff down here. No, I was gonna do American Nightmare after this. Oh, dandy. Yeah. I like when they do like fly in the air. That's pretty sick. So we came from that way. Lover's Peak. Moonshine Cave. Yo, let me in Moonshine Cave for a sec. Do you think it'll lead up to its name? Moonshine Cave, site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. Nice. Flares. No moonshine, but a nice little cache there. Exact Tech, thanks for the 100 bits. Appreciate. Ah, the water. Hang on, what's this way? Do not feed wildlife. $100 penalty.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Barry probably actually had better taste than Al. Let's be real here. Uh-oh. The Great Old One. Al? There we go. Work with the flashlight a little better. Okay. Will McDaniel. Wait a minute, is that the guy who like sticks his arm in like a chest full of bees and he's just like, this is what happens? I don't want to use all those. They're just giving me no choice. I don't remember what the name is of the guy I'm thinking of. He'll be like, this is what 1,000 mosquito bites looks like. Wake sees the torch symbol.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Wait a minute. I did not investigate. Oh. Never mind your lover's peak. Yeah, congratulations on nothing. I saw you, you sneaky little fish. Uh-oh. Whoa! Hi, Bujo. How's it going? For your safety, stay on the designated hiking trail. Don't tell me how to live my life. Nah, we probably should, though. Cool. All right. We've hit a checkpoint. It's been about an hour. I think I want to go ahead and take a quick break, just like a nice